Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for checking out this video. Yeah, today's Saturday. I am kind of going through all my camping gear and getting ready for the next weekend, which is Rendezvous at the Ozarks or in the Ozarks at Birds Adventure Center. So it's like a 3-day overland trip that I go to every year in October. Yeah, gonna be sweet. Gonna be some videos coming out of that soon, so stay tuned to that. So back to the point of this video. A DIY onboard water system. What I was using in the past was this little, this is so much harder than it looks. This little Walmart water jug thing. It's like a 5-gallon jug. It's awesome, really. I like it a lot. It's great for like setting on tables and, you know, washing your hands. There's like a little spout on it, but it didn't have any pressure or it didn't have a hose. So if I needed to use water like somewhere else, I had to pick it up and take it with me and use the water. So really, the reason I wanted to build my own was to have pressure and also have a hose to where I could, like, you know, extend it and use it to, you know, clean my pans when I'm cooking, or spray off my muddy shoes before I get in the tent at night. You know, just little things like that. So yeah, this is a really cool, really cheap thing. I think anybody watching this can do this. So yeah, well, I'll show you kind of how I made it and where I bought everything. This is kind of what I came up with, and I'll show you later in the video how this actually mounts in the Jeep. It mounts on top of my roll bar in the back. But basically all this is a weed killer sprayer that I've kind of modified and tricked out a little bit to spray water. So all this is this guy right here from Harbor Freight. Something I really like about this is the shape. It's kind of squared off and cylinder-ish. You know, if you go to like Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever, they have lots of sprayers like that, but they're really like egg-shaped and they look really weird. So this one kind of seemed perfect. It kind of looked like a scuba tank in a way. But yeah, basically what I did, I'll kind of take this out of the box and show you. So this is actually my like test run of this thing. I tried to paint it and did not prep the paint well at all, and it just completely came off. So don't do what I did. I'll tell you in a minute how to prep this thing if you're gonna paint it, but it comes out just like this. It's all clear with some like green accents, and it just looks kind of weird if you don't paint it. So yeah, on this one, I did not sand this at all. I just went with it with regular spray paint, and it's just like flaking off. And you can see it just did not really stick very well. But the good thing is, this was only 15 bucks. Just one of these whole units is 15 bucks. So I messed up, right? So I went back and got another one for 15 bucks. No big deal. And now I kind of have spare parts. All right, so right here is the finished product. So I bought everything at Harbor Freight. So I bought the sprayer system. It came with this hose right here, this black one. And then I went over to the air compressor hoses and I bought one of these with a clamp, a little fitting, to where I could like extend this and use it further. So just clamped that back onto this with another fitting, and this little sprayer nozzle came with it. And what's cool about this is you can adjust the spray, so you can have like a fine spray or kind of a mist spray. So you can kind of conserve water if you want to do the mist. It also locks too, so you can lock it down and it'll keep spraying. So the very first thing I did when I got this out of the box, I took it all apart and I sanded it. And like I said a minute ago, I learned my lesson from this one. So I went over everything with like a 220 grit maybe. It wasn't too aggressive. Just kind of roughed everything up so the paint would stick to it. And this paint is actually Plastidip. I found that Plastidip is actually really durable. I've had some good luck with it, so I'm gonna keep using it. But if you don't know what Plastidip is, it's basically just a rubberized paint. It's very soft and rubbery, so it kind of does well with scratches. You just have to make sure you layer and layer and layer this thing on. I used like 2 whole cans on this thing, so it's pretty thick. I didn't just take it out of the box and start, you know, sanding and painting. I masked some of this stuff off. I basically just masked the green part off, as you can see right here. That way the paint won't chip off when I'm pumping it up. And then I masked off this right here. So then I took the hose fitting off right here, and then I took the pressure relief valve off as well, and then masked those up, sanded it down and painted it, and it looks awesome. So after I painted it, I kind of mounted it where I wanted to in the Jeep, and I'll show you that in a second. But then I put this little fitting on there, and this is like a 25-foot hose. I think that I cut down to, I don't know, 15 feet maybe. I honestly don't remember, but it was just enough to fit in the Jeep. So, and then just got a little fitting and put it on here. So that's kind of it with the hose. It's really simple. Here's a couple quick pictures of the two different hose adapters that I got. All right, so I got these really cool ratchet straps too at Harbor Freight. These are like $8 for 4 of them. And I really liked the orange. I thought it kind of matched with the orange hose there. But anyway, I sort of modified these. So, you know, most ratchet straps come with like a metal hook or a couple metal hooks, just like this, attached to the actual strap. So what I did is I cut that off with a grinding wheel. That way I could just have the loop. And then I got a little key ring and joined them together. All right, now we're in the back of the Jeep. Before I fill it up and show you how it works, I'm gonna show you how this is actually mounted. The reason this Velcro is here is so the straps of my ratchet straps can like go over it just like that. So one reason is to protect the paint, just so the ratchet straps don't pull the paint off. And it's just a little bit better textured, grippy surface for the ratchet straps to be on. So when this thing's full of water, it's not gonna slide out. And I also have a lot of Velcro on the back. The reason for that is so the roll bar doesn't like, you know, chew up the paint or whatever. So I'm actually sticking it up like this. So I don't want it to, you know, I just want a soft surface for it. All right, so basically just to pump it up, you twist this thing to get it loose of its channel there, and you just press it down, and basically all that does is pushes air into this tank to pressurize it. Something I really didn't expect from this thing, I went on a camping trip a while ago, and I pumped this thing up like 30 times, you know, a week before the camping trip, and during the camping trip, I still had tons of pressure out of this. I kind of figured that I would have to pump this every day or so, that the air would escape somehow, but surprisingly it hasn't, and that has been really cool. After we actually mount it in there with the ratchet straps, you still are able to pump it up if it's not enough, so you don't have to actually take it out of the ratchet straps and put it on the ground and pump it. You can still pump it from inside the Jeep. Alright, it's getting pretty hard to press now. I'm going to do, this is around like 30 to 40 pumps maybe. Yeah, so now we should have pretty good pressure. Alright, got both ratchet straps. This is why I made the little key ring here, so when you feed it through this way, you don't have that huge buckle right here, and it's not like, you know, bowing against your soft top or anything like that. It's just a big clunky mess. Alright, here's the ratchet straps. I'm gonna go ahead and feed them through first, and then I'll put the tank in. Alright, hopefully right here you can see, this is the reason why I cut those metal hooks off of the ratchet strap, because when this goes back behind here, it's way easier to get through here than those huge metal hooks. Basically, I just get these to where they're kind of close, and then I'll get the other one over here, and then I just slip it in right there. If you do the Velcro in the back, make sure your Velcro right here goes up there, just like that. Make sure that the pump is facing towards the passenger seat, so when you open the door you can actually pump it through there. Then also make sure to line your Velcro with your ratchet straps right there. Alright, now that you have your ratchet strap and your Velcro lined up, you can kind of go ahead and start tightening this down. I like to make sure my buckles are kind of up here instead of down here. So when you tighten these, you can kind of shift them around like this. And that's about it. Now you can see this is really secure. Got it all tight. It's filled up with water. Now you can just run your hose. I like to run it back up here, kind of out of the way. Make sure it's tucked up. Okay. And then I get this one and kind of run it down the side of the roll bar. Sometimes I'll get like a little zip tie or Velcro or whatever strap right here and keep this here. Basically the rest of the hose just kind of lives right here. So that's pretty much it for mounting it. And for now, I haven't really figured out a super good spot for this, but for now it just kind of lives right there. Then if I need to use the water, I can just go out here and use it, and it works perfectly. You can, you know, go over here and, I don't know, wash your rock slider before you get in the Jeep so you don't get mud everywhere. I don't know. You can clean your window, like whatever. You can clean your dishes. So this thing has really good spray power. You can see how far it goes. The big reason why I put it on the roll bar was to just keep it up and out of the way. I didn't want it to be down here where all my cargo stuff is, because nothing actually lives up there. So yeah, I think it looks really good. All right, I wanted to give you guys my kind of first use experience using that water system. So I was able to take a shower with it. I cleaned my dishes, I brushed my teeth, I spritzed off, you know, the windshield, cleaned my shoes, you know, I used it for just about everything. As of this morning, I got up and kind of tried to clean off the ladder of my tent and stuff, and I was running out of water. I know they make bigger tanks. You can get a 3 or 5 gallon or whatever you want. Yeah, I really like the system. I think I'm gonna keep using it. So yeah, I think that about does it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments about this or anything I didn't cover in the video, please let me know in the comments below. I'll try to answer those as best as I can. So yeah, thank you guys, and hope you have a good day.